We are so freaking back, my boys. Don't think that I haven't been thinking about you too, bro. It's been so long, and I've seen all the comments of everyone saying, bro, Lucid, where have you been, man? Are you okay? Are you even alive? In my YouTube comments, and my Discord server, and my public phone number. I see you guys asking all over the place. And to those of you that were worried about me, trust me, I've been thinking about you too, bro. Thank you so freaking much for waiting all this time. I have a lot to explain to you. I basically had to quit YouTube. I had no other option. YouTube, for some reason, cut my CPM in half. CPM is cost per mil, so it's the cost per 1,000 views you make. It's the rate at which YouTube pays each individual YouTuber. Some have higher CPMs. They talk about like real estate and stuff like that. That's really high. Mine was somewhere in a decent number. Mine was about $3 and something cents. And for some reason, YouTube cut it more than in half. They dropped me down to about $1 per 1,000 views, which is unsustainable. Unless every video I was dropping was going viral, that pressure on me was freaking painful. I would wake up with like a boulder on my chest because by the way, I still don't know why they did this. I have some ideas, but I don't know exactly why they would cut my CPM so low. More than like what, 65% lower? Imagine going into your job you spent 8 years working to get. You've been grinding for 8 years and studying in school, and then you go to your job, your boss is like, you know what? I know you were actually making, I don't know, 100,000 a year. Let's actually make that more like 43. Is that okay with you? Okay, bye, sorry. And he just walks out. That's exactly what it felt. That level of instability, when I put so much into this, I basically cut off all other options, all other anchors in my life. Dropped out of college. This is all I was doing for the last 8 years, and YouTube freaking hoed me out, bro. Cut my CPM to $1? What? But honestly, I'm actually very grateful that happened. I'll explain a little bit more why. It turned out to be good for me. That was like a pressure on me that basically said, hey, unless you're making 7 million views per month, which is almost impossible, good luck, you're not gonna be able to survive anymore. And then on top of that, I had a lot of issues with like YouTube not promoting my videos to my subscribers. So not only did I get 1 million or almost 1 million at that time, but out of all my subscribers, YouTube was showing maybe like 0.2% of them. And then I was getting comments on every video, nonstop, every single video, no matter how good the video was and how engaging it was and how much of my heart I poured into a video. I'd get comments in the tens, people saying, bro, you know, I had to look up your channel to find this video. YouTube didn't, I never got notified, and I have notifications on. I press the little bell and all that cute stuff. I'm just not, it's not even being recommended to me. I had to look up iamLucid because I was wondering why you haven't posted in so long, but you are posting, I'm just not seeing it. And when I see that, it was just shattering, bro. I really, really feel cheated on. But speaking of golden plaque, the thing that I dreamed of since I was a kid has finally arrived, and it's in my hands right now as we speak. It's not one of those things that I'm holding so I can show off this like material good thing that I got, like a brand new car or something crazy like that, right? It's honestly more, this just represents you. Not even YouTube as a platform, not even anything. It really, really does just represent you. And that's kind of why I'm pretty happy to hold this in my hands, because 1 million people thought that the videos that I posted were good enough for them to subscribe to my channel, let alone all the views in total. And so by that, I'm really, really happy. But I'm going to be totally honest with you. This plaque was actually shrunken by YouTube. It used to be a lot bigger, the golden play button, if you recall from any other YouTuber. This plaque, I think maybe 4 or 5 months ago, they made it from this big to about this big, which means it's the same exact size as my 100,000 plaque that I got years ago. Same exact size. Matter of fact, it actually weighs less. This feels cheaper. Then this used to be an actual award made of glass and big. Charge me for it. Charge me $50 and I'll pay for a plaque. They literally shrunk this plaque. You know what? Let me actually. Look. This is my 100,000 plaque. Oh, I swear to God, this is way heavier than my 1 mil plaque. It's way heavier. I'm holding them both. This is I knew it was gonna happen. I actually brought a food scale with me. 1 second. 1.15 pounds. This plaque right here, the 1 mil plaque, weighs 1.3 pounds. They literally made it way less. Oh my God, YouTube is so cheap, bro. I can't believe that. So since I quit YouTube for this last year, I started basically panicking, thinking, holy shit, I dropped out of college. I have nothing else. I have no other diploma or degree. What am I gonna do right now? I have to start my life from scratch at age, I think I was 23 at that time. And what I did was I started making social media videos for local companies and businesses. And that's basically like the only kind of proof of concept I had. It's the only skill that I really knew that I was really good at already. And I was already so tired of working with algorithms, but I'm like, look, I have to just make something happen anyways. I have to do something about this. So just to get back on my feet as fast as possible, I made a quick 1-minute video explaining that I'm making videos for companies and sent it to every single business owner that I had on my phone's contacts. And I only landed one client. I thought I was going to get a lot more, but I landed only one singular client. And it was going okay for a little while. It was just kind of like a lot of running around, cameras, lighting, and all that stuff. I can't really complain about it, but what ended up happening was my client said that he needed a lot more than just social media. And that got me thinking. Okay, so he's like, bro, I need something more like Google Ads and website and this and that and all these things I knew nothing about. So I realized if I'm going to go all in on marketing, I have to at least learn what I'm going to be doing so I can get more business and charge more companies for it and charge them even higher for it, right? So I started learning. I woke up every single day. I swear I would spend about 7 hours per day learning everything I could about marketing so that I can provide as much value to these companies as possible. And if I can get them more business, they'll pay for it. They don't mind as long as it's actually working for them, right? It's just common sense. So I started learning every piece of marketing. I ended up learning about, building websites, making them SEO optimized, Google business profiles, how to get a lot of 5-star Google reviews, and then how to rank companies higher on Google. So if you look up like restaurant near me or barbershop near me, for instance, I started learning about how to make this restaurant rank above the other restaurants so that when someone looks up that keyword or key term, this company gets a lot more business than the rest because they're all under them in the search rankings, right? So they get all the first dibs. And so I started focusing and mastering basically Google SEO. That's what it's called. I even learned how to build an AI voice agent that picks up the phone for companies while they're closed. And so I started picking up all of these skills and learning everything from scratch and putting all these tools under my belt so that when I go to a company, I can say, hey, I actually helped business A get to #1 on Google for the entire city. If you want, I can help your business do the same. And so that level of like social proof and testimonial and kind of like a case study was helping me grow a lot. In the beginning, before I had that, it took a while, like maybe 3-ish months so I can start actually seeing growth. But once I could actually show someone, I've done this before, it's working, they're getting a lot of business, do you want the same thing? It was a lot easier to close deals. And so what I actually ended up doing was realizing that it's better if I just build a team to fulfill all these things for me. So I built a team of website designers, of basically Google ad managers and all that stuff so that I can just focus on actually getting more clients and then having them take care of the fulfillment for me. And that's what I've been doing for these last close to 1 year, basically. And I ended up, I'm a little bit kind of like shy or introverted in real life. I talk to a camera a lot, which doesn't, by the way, correlate to talking to people. So I believe it or not, by the way, no one actually believes that from me. I ended up having to do a lot of door-to-door sales, which I never thought I was going to do in my entire life because I'm a little bit kind of shy when it comes to that sort of thing. So before I know it, I'm cold calling businesses, getting hung up and rejected right in my face. I'm mass DMing companies on Instagram like a quick pitch. I'm emailing a lot of companies. I'm actually going door to door in like a polo shirt and wearing respectable business types of clothing, which I just don't, that's just not me. Like I just don't do that kind of thing, right? And so for the first, I'd say month, it was really hard. You walk in, you're smiling, and then you walk out and you're kind of sad, like, bro, I put my heart into this and everyone just closing the door in my face or hanging up on my face. And I just kept on freaking pushing over and over. And at points where I literally would come home and I would almost start tearing up because I spent the last 3-4 hours door to door and everyone told me no. I would get back up the next morning and do it again and actually close the deal. And so that would give me the life I needed to go for the next like 3 months. And so I kept on doing that over and over, reaching out to whoever I could. And I eventually built a full-on marketing agency, a full marketing company. And alhamdulillah, praise be to God, it's actually been going very well. Now I no longer need YouTube. I no longer need to rely on algorithms anymore. I have a good amount of clients right now, and I'm still kind of growing as we speak. It's what I do now full time, which means that I could come back to YouTube on my own terms and make videos that I actually enjoy whenever I want. Not on a schedule, not because I have to, but because I really want to make videos again. And that's actually why I first started YouTube. That's why I first loved it, is because I wanted to do it, right? So now I'm actually back at that point where the algorithm doesn't own me anymore. I don't care if I get 1 views or 10 million views. It's still going to be the same amount of love that I have in my heart for it, which is really, really what's going to bring me back this time. And so if you want, I can make a full video talking about how I made the whole company and all the above, but that was actually a crazy life experience. And so what that taught me was that a lot of my viewers are probably going through the same exact thing as I am right now. With our current economy, It's freaking destroy. Bro, you know I paid $9 for a latte? $9. I used to work dishwasher at a restaurant when I was 17 or 16, and I would literally make $10 per hour cleaning dishes, cleaning dirty dishes with the gloves on, and it was like a sweaty, grimy, hard-ass job. It taught me a lot. I don't regret it at all. It was actually a great lesson. But $10 per hour, sweating, it was hot, go back home and shower, I was drained and tired for $10 an hour. And now I'm paying $9 for a cup of coffee with some freaking cream and sugar in it. A lot of people that of the age of 30 or 28 around the age group are having a hard time buying houses. They're having a hard time getting married and moving on with their life because of how cooked everything is. And so what I realized was that a lot of you are probably in a similar spot that I was probably last year ago, thinking, oh shit, it's getting real, my boy. It's not fun and games anymore. Whatever, college is over, I graduated, 1, 2, and 3. Now I have to really start making a living for myself. And so right now in this economy with how rocked it is, you can't just comfortably make $7,000 or $8,000 a month and call it a day. That's not how it works anymore. To be as comfortable as probably like pre-inflation, I'm going to cut out that word so this video doesn't get shadow banned, God forbid, but pre-inflation 2018, you probably could be making your $8,000 a month, living the American dream, vibing, chilling. But not anymore. You have to be making a bit over $10,000, I'd say like $12,000 a month to have that same level of comfortability that you would have had in 2018 or 2015 around the area. So we're cooked unless we work really hard, and you basically need a second source of income. And I've been really thinking about that a lot lately because I had to experience that firsthand. And so if you're interested in that, which I really, really am, I really want to start making videos on that sort of topic, either a little bit on this main channel, iamLucid, but also a lot on iamLucid too, where I can just go dive into making a second source of income and business and finance and all these topics that we're all probably kind of focusing on or even struggling with in our own lives right now. And so subscribe to iamLucid too. I really have a lot of ideas for that, and I'm really excited to speak about that right now because of how current and present that issue is for a lot of us. So going forward, instead of juggling everything myself, I'm actually going to be hiring an elite video editor. And I want someone that's like next level, someone that's insane. I want to literally start having shivers down my spine from watching how crazy your edits are. I'm paying right now about $50 per minute edited to the video editor. So if you're really that insane and that rate sounds good with you, I have a video in the description where it's like an unlisted video where I give a full explanation of exactly what I'm looking for and stuff like that. You can go watch that. But it's going to be a total hopefully about 1 to 2 documentaries per month and 20-minute long documentaries each. So about $1,000 I'm paying per edited YouTube video. That's roughly 20 minutes long. And so if that sounds good and you think that you might be a good fit and you can match my editing style for my crazy videos, like my video game piracy documentary and stuff like that, then check the video out down below and I'll see if I can test you out some sort of way. I did promise the boys that I was going to tell you guys where I'm from originally when I hit 1 million subscribers. And I'm at, right now, 1 million subs. So it's about time that I share exactly where I'm from. I did mention it in my last live stream, so a lot of you already do know. But instead of just telling you right now, I'm going to be making a full video of going back to my home country and exactly showing you what it's like and where I'm from and all of the above. So stay tuned for that video. Man, it feels so good to be back, bro. I can't wait to see all of your comments, and I honestly want to know how you guys have been in this last year. This last year, my whole life did a 180. I left YouTube and started something entirely different, which ended up, thank God, going really, really well. But I want to see how you guys have been too. Anything change in your life? Any life updates? How have you guys been? Let me know, please. I want to see how the boys are feeling right now so that we can get back and start freaking rolling with some more insane, top tier, deep documentary style videos and some more of these sit down talks where I just sit down and chill with the boys. I freaking love you. Thank you for all coming back. I actually do genuinely mean it. I freaking love you. Like, I actually do, bro. Thank you, man. I guess that's the end of this video. Stay dreaming, stay lucid. I'm out. Peace.